Jimin and Jungkook's arrival in London instantly transformed the airport atmosphere into a sea of purple. Since several hours before their flight landed, hundreds of armies had packed the designated area to welcome the two BTS members. Many fans arrived carrying light sticks, banners, and smartphones fully prepared to capture the rare moment when their idols finally arrived. As soon as Jimin and Jungkook emerged from the arrivals area, loud cheers immediately echoed throughout the airport. Spirited shouts from the armies resounded responsively, while dozens of cameras and mobile phones were simultaneously raised into the air. The moment, which lasted only a few minutes, instantly became one of the most talked about events by fans on social media. The immense enthusiasm made the area around the exit pathway incredibly crowded. Fans tried to secure the best vantage points to see Jimin and Jungkook, even if only from a distance. Many of them continuously called out the names of both idols while waving their hands as a warm welcome after their arrival in London. Amid the crowd, Jimin and Jungkook's movements appeared highly restricted due to the dense packing of fans lining the path they passed through. Although they continued walking according to the security officer's guidance, both had to move slowly amidst the roaring welcome. The short walk toward the waiting vehicles felt much longer than it would under normal circumstances, due to the massive attention focused on them. Jimin was seen directing his gaze toward the crowd of fans who kept calling his name several times. Meanwhile, Jungkook walked calmly, following the prepared security escort. Their presence made the atmosphere even more festive, with the cheers showing no signs of subsiding until they had almost left the airport area. The massive number of fans present forced the security team to work extra hard to ensure the pathway remained clear. Security officers formed a protective wall around Jimin and Jungkook so that both could walk safely toward their vehicles. Continuous coordination was carried out to avoid any pushing and shoving that could potentially endanger everyone involved. Despite the crowded environment, the officers kept trying to manage the situation to ensure a smooth departure from the airport. The heavy security presence became a crucial factor in maintaining order amidst the extraordinary enthusiasm of the armies. This measure also ensured that other passengers could still go about their activities without excessive disruption. Videos capturing the moment of Jimin and Jungkook's arrival quickly spread across various social media platforms. In a short amount of time, clips showing the sea of fans, the echoing cheers, and the tight security instantly became a hot topic of conversation. Many armies who were not at the location could feel the euphoria through the videos shared by fellow fans. For the armies who were present in person at the airport, that brief moment was a priceless experience. Even though they could only catch a glimpse of Jimin and Jungkook for a few moments, the opportunity to welcome them directly was enough to become an unforgettable memory. Not a few fans admitted they were willing to wait for hours just to witness the arrival of the two BTS members. Jimin and Jungkook's arrival in London also marked the beginning of the anticipation leading up to BTS's series of activities in the city. The grand welcome at the airport demonstrated the immense support of armies, who are always present wherever BTS goes. Behind the crowd and the echoing cheers, this moment also served as a reminder of the importance of maintaining order and mutual safety, so that every meeting between BTS and their fans can take place safely and leave a beautiful impression. Behind the bustling atmosphere of the welcome, there lay stories of dedication from armies who willingly sacrificed their time to witness Jimin and Jungkook's arrival. A number of fans were reported to have been around the airport since morning, while others arrived several hours before the scheduled flight landing to get a better position. They waited patiently, even though they had to stand for quite a long time. The hours of waiting finally paid off when Jimin and Jungkook appeared in the arrivals area. Although the opportunity to see them only lasted for a few seconds before they continued their journey to the prepared vehicles, that brief moment was enough to make the fans cheer with joy. Many immediately waved their hands while calling out the names of the two BTS members. For armies, the long waiting time was not a burden. The opportunity to see Jimin and Jungkook in person, even from afar, became a highly valuable experience. Quite a few fans immediately shared their recorded photos and videos on social media as keepsakes and to share the happiness with other armies who could not attend the airport in person. This moment once again demonstrated the strong bond between BTS and their fans worldwide. The warm welcome given by armies in London proved that Jimin and Jungkook's presence is always anticipated, even if the encounter only lasts for a matter of seconds. For many fans, seeing a smile or a wave from their idols was enough to become a memory that will be cherished for a long time. The enthusiasm of the armies filling the arrivals area also changed the airport atmosphere in an instant. The echoing cheers caught the attention of other passing passengers. Many of them seemed to pause for a moment to find out what was happening, while others directed their gaze toward the area where the crowd gathered. Quite a few passengers only realized that Jimin and Jungkook had arrived after hearing the passionate shouts from the fans. Within seconds, the attention around the arrivals area was directly focused on the two BTS members. Some people were even seen taking out their phones to record the suddenly crowded scene, even though they previously did not know who had just arrived. A sight like this highlights the massive appeal of BTS in various countries. Jimin and Jungkook's presence was not only a special moment for ARMYs, but also managed to draw the attention of people who happened to be at the airport. The roaring welcome and fan enthusiasm created an atmosphere that was hard to ignore, turning the arrivals area into the center of attention in just a few minutes. Although the atmosphere was temporarily crowded, the escort process continued orderly thanks to the coordination of security officers and the cooperation of fans who followed instructions on site. The moment served as proof that every arrival of a BTS member in different parts of the world always brings its own euphoria, even before they step onto a concert stage. Jimin and Jungkook's arrival in London seemed to be the official opening of the euphoria ahead of the long-awaited BTS concert. Although the moment at the airport was brief, the enthusiasm created successfully built an energetic atmosphere among ARMYs. Many fans felt that the grand welcome was a sign of how high the expectations are for BTS's performances in the coming days. After the videos of their arrival circulated on social media, the conversations among ARMYs grew even more vibrant. Various posts were filled with expressions of impatience to soon see Jimin, Jungkook, and the other BTS members perform on stage. Not a few fans also began counting down to the concert while sharing their plans during their stay in London. That excitement was also felt in various corners of the city, especially at locations where fans gathered. ARMYs from different countries began arriving in London, creating an increasingly festive atmosphere leading up to the concert day. Meetings between fans, trading merchandise, and taking photos together became part of the experience that completed their journey before watching BTS perform live. With the extraordinary welcome since the airport, expectations for the BTS concert have risen even higher. Fans look forward to the night when all members finally stand on stage and greet the sea of waiting, enthusiastic ARMYs. If the euphoria at the airport was already this massive, many believe that the atmosphere inside the stadium later will be far more spectacular and become one of the most memorable moments in BTS's concert series in London. Even though the meeting lasted only a few minutes, for many ARMYs, that short time felt incredibly precious. The long wait, the journey to the airport, and the hours of waiting finally paid off when they could see Jimin and Jungkook in person. Albeit from a distance, the opportunity became an unforgettable memory. Amidst the tight security and crowded atmosphere, several fans admitted they felt extremely happy just by catching a glimpse of a smile or a wave from Jimin and Jungkook. The fleeting interaction instead became the most anticipated moment, as it gave the impression that their presence was truly welcomed by the fans who had faithfully waited. Many videos circulating on social media showed how the ARMY's cheers grew louder as the two BTS members passed by. After the moment ended, fans immediately shared the recordings and photos they obtained, complete with stories about their experience witnessing Jimin and Jungkook's arrival. For them, the recorded footage was not just documentation but a reminder of a long-dreamed-of experience. The brief moment at the airport served as the beginning of greater memories ahead of the BTS concert in London. The meeting, which lasted only a matter of minutes, successfully strengthened the spirit of ARMYs coming from various countries. Now, their attention is fully focused on BTS's performance on stage, with the hope of once again creating special moments that will be remembered for a long time. The remarkable welcome at the airport also reflected the high expectations of fans for the upcoming BTS concert to be held in London. The enthusiasm already visible since the moment of arrival showed that ARMYs have long anticipated the opportunity to witness the group's performance live again. For many fans, the euphoria has already begun before the official concert takes place. After seeing Jimin and Jungkook arrive safely, ARMY's attention has now shifted to their preparations before taking the stage. Many fans hope both can get enough rest after their journey, so they can perform in their best condition when the concert starts. Similar hopes were extended to all BTS members so they can deliver a maximum performance. Across various social media platforms, ARMYs continue to share messages of support and encouragement for Jimin and Jungkook. Besides expressing happiness over their arrival in London, many fans also conveyed hopes that the entire concert series runs smoothly, safely, and becomes an unforgettable experience for everyone in attendance. With a grand welcome from their very first steps in London, the atmosphere ahead of the concert has become increasingly filled with anticipation. Now, fans are just counting down the time until the stadium lights come on and BTS returns to greet the sea of armies from a stage. If the excitement at the airport was already this extraordinary, many are certain that the concert performance will bring a much greater energy and become one of the most memorable moments of their tour.